Namaste. Myself, Dr. Mrs. Priti Sunil Joshi, working as Assistant Professor in Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. So students, in this session of crystallography, we are going to learn about the calculation of different parameters of a cubic lattice. Learning outcomes are, by the end of this session, students will be able to define and calculate various parameters related with cubic lattice. The contents include, in this session today we are going to see the parameters: atomic radius, then atomic packing fraction, void space and density. So dear students, in the previous sessions we have learnt about volume, number of atoms per unit cell, the coordination number of cubic lattices. Now please pause the video and try to answer. Let us recall these things. Yes students, you are correct. The number of atoms per unit cell for face centered cubic structure is 4. The answer of second one is atomic radius is half the distance between nearest neighbors. The third question, coordination number for BCC is 8 and the primitive cell has atoms situated only at corners. Okay, well, now the next parameter is atomic radius. The relationship between the apparent size of the atom and edge of the unit cell where one atom is attached to a lattice site can be determined. By applying simple geometry, the relation between the atomic size and the unit cell edge can be computed. So atomic radius is defined as half the distance between nearest neighboring atoms in a unit cell. In a simple cubic structure, the atoms would be in contact along the edges of the cube, as we can see in the figure here. So for any corner atom, the other corner atom is nearer. So if A is the edge of the cubic cell and R is the radius of the atom, atomic radius is equal to A by 2. Now if we consider a body centered cubic cell, so for BCC, the body centered atom is nearer to the corner atom than any other corner atom. So for atomic radius, we have to calculate the distance between E and D. Okay, so let's calculate students. For this, first we have to consider the triangle ABC. Then it is a right angle triangle, so apply Pythagoras theorem. So AC can be calculated as root 2a. Now consider the triangle EAC. So here length of EC, it is equal to 4r, because half of ED is atomic radius. So ED will be equal to 2r, and which is equal to DC also. Therefore DC is also 2r, and hence the total length EC, it is equal to 4r. Now again by applying Pythagoras theorem, atomic radius is equal to root 3a by 4. Now in a FCC cell, atoms are in contact along the face diagonals of the cube. It is seen from the figure that AC square is equal to BA square plus BC square. Therefore, after calculation, we will get the value of atomic radius equal to root 2a by 4. Now let us see what is meant by atomic packing fraction. The fraction of space occupied by the atoms in a unit cell is known as atomic packing fraction. It is defined as the ratio of volume occupied by the atoms in the unit cell to the total volume of the unit cell, and it is given by V divided by capital V, small v divided by capital V. Now let us see how to calculate the value of APF for simple cubic cell. So as we know that number of atoms per unit cell is equal to 1 and volume of spherical atom is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So after substituting the value and dividing the term by volume, that is A cube, The atomic packing fraction for Sc is equal to pi by 6, which is equal to 0.52. Similarly, for BCC, students, you can do the calculations yourself. Just substitute the number of atoms per unit cell is equal to 2. Substitute the value of atomic radius as root 3a by 4. Then you will get the value of APF as root 3 pi by 8, that is equal to 0.68. Similarly, for FCC, number of atoms per unit cell are 4. Atomic radius is root 2a by 4. So, after calculations, the value is pi by 3 root 2, that is 0.74. So, in APF, we have calculated the space occupied by the atoms. Now, we will see about vacant space. So, void space in the unit cell is the vacant space which is left unutilized in the cell, and it is often expressed in percentage. The value of SC is 48%. For BCC it is 32%, and for FCC the void space is 26%. Now let us see how to calculate density of crystals. So, as a unit cell possesses all the structural properties of a bulk crystal, the density of a unit cell must be the same as that of the bulk crystal. Thus, density is equal to mass divided by volume. We all know this formula, and mass is given by a molecular weight divided by Avogadro's number, and here we have to consider the number of atoms also. So, for simple cube, as the number of atoms per unit cell is 1, the density is given by m divided by Na into A cube, that is volume of the unit cell. Similarly, for BCC, the formula is 2m divided by Na into A cube, and for FCC, the formula is 4m divided by Na into A cube. Okay students, now pause the video and try to solve this numerical. Polonium belongs to Sc lattice. If the lattice constant is 3.36 angstrom unit, calculate its density, and molecular weight is given, which is equal to 209. Well students, please check for the correct answer. The density is 9150 kg per meter cube. I think everybody got this answer. Okay. Now students, solve this one also. Sodium chloride crystallizes in FCC structure. The density of sodium chloride is 2180 kg per meter cube. If the atomic weight of sodium is 23 and that of chlorine is 35.5, calculate the distance between two adjacent atoms. So, the value of Avogadro's number is also given. Students, please read this question carefully and think about what exactly we have to calculate. So, students, the correct answer is 2.81 angstrom unit. Okay. So, I have shown here the structure of NaCl unit cell. So, we have to calculate the distance between adjacent atoms. So, first calculate lattice constant A, and then if you see this structure, the adjacent atoms are sodium and chlorine. Therefore, what is the required answer? We have to find out half the distance of A. So, the answer is 2.81 angstrom unit. Okay students, let's summarize all these parameters. This table details about all the parameters related with SC, BCC and FCC. So, see you in the next session. Thank you.